Welcome into Drew's Daily Diamond for Wednesday, November 13th, 2024. I am Drew Martin breaking down this slate of games. We got three nationally televised college football games all going prime time Wednesday night. Maction is upon us, guys. We're going to be breaking them down on the show. So let me know in the comments below where you agree, where you disagree. All is welcome. It helps out the algorithm growing the show. Smash that like button if you're liking the content. As we got first game up, going down in rotation order here, 7 p.m. Eastern time on ESPNU. It's Kent State and Miami of Ohio. Miami of Ohio, the Redhawks, minus 30 in the hook as the home favorite, 46.5 to as high as 47.5 being the total here. This game, ESPNU, Miami of Ohio, the home team in Oxford, Ohio. This is the top of the MAC standings versus the bottom of the MAC standings, guys. Obviously, you see it in the point spread. So breaking this one down from the handicap, which I do think there's still quote-unquote value out there. First off, I mean, it's Fade City on Kent State. They're 0-9 on the season. They're probably the worst team in all of, Division I FBS college football. This is already a team that's lost 71-0, 56-0, 41-0 just last week to Ohio. I have Miami of Ohio ranked higher than Ohio in terms of power ratings. I actually think Miami of Ohio is the best team in the MAC conference. You got to remember, this is a team, their first three games, they were at Northwestern, Cincinnati, and at Notre Dame. Like three Big Ten teams, Cincinnati, Notre Dame, really good teams. So they started off 0-3. They've since gone 5-1. And, their quarterback's Brent Gabbert. He's throwing it around. They're the defending MAC champions. Their offensive line is maybe the best unit on the team. And when you're laying 30 points, just kind of, it's not really the profile that I look to bet in college football, really any sport for that matter. But when you're going to bet a team like this, guys, you want a team that's got a really good offensive line. And the reason being, because if they're up, 24, 28 points in the fourth quarter, they're likely, depending on the head coach, there are some head coaches out there that offensive coordinators that will pass it and look to score more. However, Chuck Martin isn't one of those, but he's got a really good offensive line group, meaning they're going to be running dives and ISOs. And if Kent State can't stop them anyway, that's how you kind of get over the 30-point mark and really crush a team. Kent State's beat up. I mean, they're injured and they're not very good. Miami of Ohio, good run game. A lot of talent on this team, for MAC comparison here, guys. So overall, leading us off, Miami of Ohio, minus 30, the low water mark here. We're laying it, and we're Fade City on Kent State, that is. All right, next game up, 7 p.m. Eastern time. CBS Sports Network. It's Eastern Michigan and Ohio. The Bobcats, minus 10.5 to as high as a minus 11.5 home favorites. 50 in the hook being the total. Looks like 50 degrees, clear skies, light wind. I wanted to wait for a lot of weather reports to do this show. I know I'm coming up a little bit late. It's at the 10 a.m. Pacific hour as I'm recording this, guys. And this was one, it actually looks like clear skies, 50 degrees, so weather should not be an issue here. Athens, Ohio, we get Eastern Michigan. They're kind of an interesting handicap just because they've been good against the spread. They're 7-2 ATS, 5-4 straight up. Part of the reason being is because they're losing close games. Like their last two games, they just lost to Toledo last week. I went back and watched that game, the replay, and they were actually going for 2 to win the game, and they just didn't get the 2-point conversion. Just kind of speaking to some of these losses are pretty close. I do like Ohio. Like sidewise, I was looking to be on Ohio. This is an Ohio team that's put up 40-plus points in 2 straight games. They won 47-16 over Buffalo, 41-0 last week. They're pretty good defensively by a lot of metrics, top 40 in the nation. But speaking to Eastern Michigan, being good against the point spread, their quarterback's pretty good. He's like a dual threat guy. Their offense, one of the fastest in terms of MAC standards in the MAC conference. This is the fastest offense by pace metrics. They have over 700 snaps in MAC play. Oh man, this is a tough one sidewise, guys. It really is, because Ohio's the kind of the better team by my metrics. They're 4-0 at home. Instead, we're going to flip the script here. This total 50.5, the good weather, EMU running a bunch of plays. I think they're going to be able to score here. And their defense is kind of their weakness. They're bottom 20 in the country in yards per play against. Overall, guys, I think 50.5. I think we get into the 50s, possibly even 60s here. Eastern Michigan's gone 4 of their last 5 to the over. Ohio, they've scored 40 plus in the last 2 games. Look, I like Ohio sidewise, but EMU's a great bet on profile. I mean, this was a team catching 2.5 week 1 against UMass. To just tell you how much the odds makers were down on them. And now they've won 7 of their last 9 this season against the spread. That's not a team I like to lay double digits against. I think Ohio wins the game, but more so, guys, let's go up and over 50.5, more points than is projected. All right, one game left, guys. Try to be quick with it. The recap yesterday's show, 2-0. So the recap is 61-44. The last 7 weeks, 61-44, guys. That's 58% winners, plus 11.5 units of profit. So $100 better, up $1,150. Just betting every game, giving it out for free on the YouTube channel. So guys, if you could smash the like button, comment below. That does help grow the show. That's what I'm looking to do. And if you're interested in premium picks, check them out. WagerTalk.com, Drew Martin experts page. Got college football, NFL, college basketball getting started as well. So thanks for tuning in. As always, we got the nightcap here. They're all at the same time though, guys. Akron and Northern Illinois. ESPN2 going to be airing this one. 45 being the total. Northern Illinois, the Huskies, minus 15. Actually, this has been hit down to 14.5, so we've got some dog money coming in. Husky Stadium in Northern Illinois does look like 45 degrees, so 40s with 15 to 20 mile an hour wind, 60 to 90% chance of rain during this game. So this is one I wanted to wait on weather-wise, guys. And sure enough, the forecast, it reads AccuWeather. They always give like a little description. Wet roads, lower visibility may lead to travel disruptions. That doesn't sound like a great weather forecast for scoring points. And it also doesn't sound good for the Akron side of things. Their quarterback, Ben Finley, he has great passing numbers. Now, granted, the Zips are always playing from behind, but, that's something to notice. They'll throw the ball around a little bit. They've also gone off as the underdog in every game this season against an FBS foe. Northern Illinois, the team that beat Notre Dame earlier this season, really good in the trenches. When you watch this team play, their defensive line's pretty solid. I don't think Akron's going to be able to do much. Add in the weather, the defensive front they're going up against. In Northern Illinois, this is part of the line move, in my opinion. I don't necessarily think it's correct because of the weather. I think scoring's going to be down. But I think the dog's getting money here because Northern Illinois, their best player, their running back, Brown, he was injured last week. He went into the tent. He came back on crutches. I doubt he plays. I think that's part of this move. And last week they did look good, 42-28. They beat Western Michigan, but I don't think this game's going to be similar to that last game. I think weather's going to affect it. I think Northern Illinois kind of just smothers the Akron offense, but I also don't think Northern Illinois goes for 40 plus points. They could. Hey, it's called gambling for a reason, but I like this under. I think it's, something like, I don't know, guys, maybe 21-7, low possession, low scoring game. So let's go Akron, Northern Illinois, under 45. In recap for the show, we got Eastern Michigan, Ohio, over 50.5. And we got Miami of Ohio, the favorite or pass, and we're jumping on the favorite, minus 30. Over Kent State. So I'm Drew Martin, checking out, guys, for the Wednesday show. We'll be back early with the Thursday show. Smash that like button, comment below, cash those tickets. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Thanks for tuning in.